This is a new high-speed telly car from WLToys. What a strange name. So what this looks like is a replacement of the 144001. What's changed with this? I mean, it's got some LED lights by the looks of it. Different coloured body. Still got that big motor in there. I guess we need to have a look. High speed. So talking of high speed, it says on the box it'll do 65 kilometers an hour, which is 40 miles an hour. So we'll certainly check that out. Right, in the box, instructions, everything you need to know, USB charger, wheel wrench, screwdriver, some spare body pins there, and the spoiler bracket and screws. There's your spoiler. These come with a seal over them. I always leave it on the body because then when you've trashed it a little bit, you can peel it off and it's good as new. Take it off the wing though, because it saves you hassle of taking the wing off to remove it. This is something they changed a little while ago, and it's the transmitter. I'm not really a fan of it. It's got all your normal functions, your steering trim and your throttle trim, so you can turn your throttle rate down, which means if you've got people that are new to the hobby, you can slow it down. It's got a thumb steer that's a bit, well, awkward, and it's got a phone holder that I would never trust to put my phone in. I much prefer the older style, much easier to hold in the hand, much more comfortable. Still had your steering and throttle on there as well, but yeah. And here's the new buggy. I use the term new loosely. It has got LEDs up the front there. Oh, what a knob. I just pulled that out. Too heavy-handed. I'll have to fix that. Oh man, I pulled them both off.
That's what she said.
Another good one. You're on fire.
Anyway, LED lights on the body. You've got LED lights up the front there as well, and some going in the rear. It's going to help you this time of year because it's getting dark earlier, so you can run it when the light's not great. What the original one was famous for was this massive 550 motor in a little 1/14 scale buggy. Loads and loads of power. You got a micro servo there. Oh, it's 5-wire. I mean, it still function okay, but when you get a 3-wire servo, it means you can upgrade it way easier. Then we've got the 2-in-1 speed controller and receiver. I'm not a fan of these cheap electronics. However, it is a small and used to be cheap buggy. It sits at around $90, maybe $100 now. Used to be half that price. We've still got the same adjustable camber and adjustable toe up front, adjustable camber on the rear, metal shock towers, big bore oil shocks that feel pretty good. Not as good as some I've had out of the box, but they've got oil in them. Much bigger CVDs up front now, or drive shafts. This will have bearings all round as well. Metal diffs, big drive shafts at the rear. Just for reference, they're the original ones. These ones are actually straight. They bend really easy. So new drive shafts, CVDs. Not sure if they've changed the diffs, but they are metal diffs. Battery lives here. 2,200 milliamp hour LiPo. You should be able to squeeze a 3-cell battery in that battery tray. I'm not sure if that ESC is going to take it, but we are going to try. There's your metal centre shaft through there. I like these wheels, and they hold up to quite a bit of speed as well. And plenty of this style about as well if you wanted to swap them around. But I do prefer this one. And then looks like all the same underneath. Metal chassis, no hex hardware yet. Same arms on the bottom. Looks almost the same. I think the biggest upgrade is probably them drive shafts. I'm pretty sure they won't bend like the old ones used to. So there's your lights. Green ones on the top there, red ones at the back. Hang on. Hey, there we go. I like them. I know that lights can be gimmicky. Like I said, this time of year, if you're out in a car park or something, these lights are going to be really helpful. They're also good for speed running. A lot of people that do speed running always put LEDs on the front of theirs. The steering trim's all the way over to that side. There we go. That's better. Nice quick steering. And then wheel speed, stock 2S battery. And then you can turn that all the way down. And it goes slower. Right, the green one flashes when you're accelerating. Not usually a fan of lights, but I like them on that. Right, let's go see how fast it is. Right, here we go. Do you think we're going to get 65 kilometers an hour? I don't think so. Anyway, we have satellites. I'm making a request. Anyone who uses this system, the Sky RC, with this app, please stop saying track start. No one cares. The lights on the back are like turn signals. I'll show you in a bit, if I remember. Here we go then. Stock battery, full throttle. That is not 40 miles an hour. And the throttle trim was all the way up, just in case you were wondering. It's pretty solid though. Decent range on this transmitter. So you can see the lights, look, you can see it coming. You can see it when it's going to hit you. So there's no delay on this throttle. Also, stop saying stop, read. 34 mile an hour. Now that is faster, I think, than the stock 144001. Pulled my bloody lights off again. Right, it's got a 3S in it now. Is it going to smoke? Oh, no, we're good. Now, I used to run the 144 on 3S with no real issues. I still don't really recommend it for just bashing around. You'll probably be all right on the speed runs, but on flat ground, well, we'll find that out in a minute. This system, from experience, does get hot on 3S. Well, it gets hot on 2 as well. That is full throttle on 3 cell. Yeah. Fast. Fast. Pretty solid as well. It's going straight. Easy to control. Wow. Crash. It's a bit slippery up there. 45 mile an hour. Nice. I want to run it again without crashing though. Fast pass. Let's try again. Full throttle. Curb, curb. Whoa. The famous curb. Oh shit. Oof. Careful now. 44 that time, so yeah, 45 mile an hour on 3 cell. Is it getting hot? Actually, that's not that hot at all. We've got a little heat sink on there now. I never used to have that heat sink on. But yeah, just them speed runs. Yeah, it's not bad. Although these have got quite a short wheelbase, they still handle all right on this sort of surface. You'd expect them to swap ends really easily, but apart from a little bit of lack of steering, got a decent amount of grip. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The other knobbly tyres you can get from WLToys give you a little bit more grip in sort of softer surfaces, whereas these little tyres are perfect. Actually, that's better than I thought it was going to be. Look at that, turns in. I think these used to come with like a tiny little 1500 milliamp hour LiPo, and with that big 550 motor, you get like about 6 or 7 minutes run time. So now with that 2200 milliamp hour, you're going to get a little bit more. Whoa! I reckon we can jump that. Whoa! Tough little things, these. Well, no love lost with the little WLToys. Nothing I could really see on the new one apart from a little bit more speed. It still performed exactly the same as I remember the 144001. I do really like the addition of these lights, even though I pulled the cables out on that. Although I didn't realise, look, it's hardly noticeable, but... So I do like the addition of them lights. The wings are still crap. I've changed these out on most of mine. I think it's a Rustler 4x4 wing. Just have to cut the little mounting points off the bottom of the Traxxas wing, drill some holes, and it actually looks quite nice. Overall, it is covered in mud. I'm not sure if it's waterproof. As you saw, I did go through a little bit of water. Not much got in there, so I wouldn't submerge it. Solid platform from WLToys, we already know that. I'd like to see better electronics. I like the addition of the heatsink there, but it still did get a little bit hot after like running it around on the grass and mud. It's not going to smoke it. It may do on 3S though, and unless you're doing like flat surfaces and stuff, I'd stick to 2S. I think these drive shafts are probably going to hold up better. And remember, like I said, if you leave this film on after you've been out for your run, take it off, good as new. Well, apart from the wing.